Hey, brothers and sisters, Brother Matt. Wanted to share with you guys just briefly a dream that I had a couple of nights ago on December 3rd. And I thought about sharing it the other day and forgot. And I thought about sharing it with today's video, but I decided maybe I'd just make a separate video just with the dream. So I'm going to share that in a minute. If you're new to this channel, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Please check out the other videos. Typically what I do is post messages that the Lord has given me, which I just read to you. Sometimes I post dreams that seem to be dreams that the Lord has given me. So that's what I'm going to share today. As always, thank you guys that are subscribed and who like and comment and share these videos. Please, if you have prayer requests, you put them in the comments section, and I will pray for you. I know others in this community will pray for you as well. So let me just go ahead and get to it. This is a dream that I had on December 3rd. And it started where I was with a friend of mine, a really old friend that I haven't seen in a long time. And we were seems like we were in like a storehouse, and we were talking about like food storage or supplies or some kind of conversation like that, like getting supplies ready for some sort of shortage that was expected. And then it shifted, and I was in a meeting room. And I was in the meeting room with an older man and a woman. And the man, in my mind, I understood him to be like the mayor of our town. And the woman, I had this feeling that she was like a government representative or a federal officer or something. And so we're sitting in this room, and the man and I are sitting on one side of the table, and the woman is sitting across from us. And she is talking to us about preparations for something that was about to happen, kind of insistent about things that were going to happen, maybe whether this older man, this mayor, wanted it to happen or not. And it seemed to me that it was like there's going to be troops on the street, and there's going to be this that's going to happen, and there's going to be that's going to happen. And so that was kind of the feeling that I had during this meeting from this kind of federal authority and this local government person. And I looked to the mayor figure, and I said to him privately, this is the plan. It has been a plan for 20 years, for more than 20 years. And now it's happening. Now it's coming. So then the scene shifted, and I was outside with two other people, two other men, companions of some kind. And we were on the street, and we were running for our lives. There was a huge crowd of people, and it was total chaos on the street, like a protest, but more like a riot, like there was this huge crowd of people, and then something had happened that had caused everybody to start running, and everybody was running for their lives, pushing people out of the way, stumbling over each other, and doing whatever they could to get away from whatever was coming or for whatever had happened. There were people shooting each other, so there was gunfire and gunshots all around, and we were running for our lives. One of the companions that I was with, as he was running, he kind of pushed somebody out of the way because he was trying so desperately to get by him, and he knocked this person to the ground. It was a young, like an African-American kid, and the kid fell to the ground, and then people, because there was such a mob of people were like trampling him. And I said to this companion, I said, did you see what you just did? You pushed that kid down, and he's hurt, and I'm trying to stop the guy. And this companion looked at me, and he was totally distraught at what he had done, but he was also so terrified for his life that even the thought of going back, it was like there was maybe like to go back would just, be the end of him. And so even though he was upset, he kept running, and everybody kept running. And so eventually we came up over like a hill into a parking lot. And if you think about, in the US, like with some of the bigger hotels like Hilton or Hyatt hotels, they usually have like kind of big expansive parking lots outside that are like manicured and stuff with shrubbery. And it was kind of like that. Like we ran up over this hill into this parking lot where there was a high-rise building, and we ran to the entrance, and there were several like glass doors and hallways that we had to go through to get into the building. So we had to go through like multiple layers of security, but we finally got inside the building, which I guess is where we were staying. And there was like a feeling of safety that we were inside. At least we weren't on the street. And then I saw, as we were waiting for the elevator, this, I'm sorry, my chicken is just going crazy. Chicken doesn't respect YouTube videos. As we're standing there waiting on the elevator, I see this other group of men come in, and they're very calm, like not disturbed at all. And they all just kind of had this look that made me feel threatened by them. I think I was threatened by their calmness. And they seemed kind of like, maybe like military guys or something, you know, like undercover, you know, something. But I felt really intimidated and nervous about these guys. And they came through the doors, and they came to the elevator, and I was panicked to get on the elevator with them. It reminded me of the woman too, because the woman at the beginning with the mayor, she also was very calm, even though we were talking about a situation that was very, very upsetting. So the only other detail of this that I remember is that I had the feeling that this was taking place next to the sea. Like there was just a sense of like water nearby, or like, you know, if you've ever been to like a seaside town, you know, you can kind of look towards the horizon, and you just have a feeling that kind of the land disappears and the water's there. And so it was like that. So I had this sense of water, and I've dreamed about this place a couple of times before. During 2020, during COVID, I had a recurring dream 2 different times about a flood. And I know somebody, I think in the comment section, had mentioned flood dreams before. I might have seen it on another video. Good grief, Rooster, be quiet. But that flood dream took place in a similar place where I was walking. There were people moving on the street like refugees, and there was water that was coming up from the ocean, and it came up onto the road, and then it started to overflow the road and came up over the curb and onto the sidewalk, and all these people were trying to get away as this rush of water is gradually building and pursuing us. And in that dream, like, we just had to keep walking, had to keep going, had to stay in front of the water as the water was just coming up behind us. So it seemed to me like it was almost the same place, and maybe it's just like a dream trope, you know, some aspect that sticks with me. But anyway, I wanted to share that dream because it seemed significant to me, and it felt like it was more from the Lord than other dreams that I've had. I've had a lot of dreams lately that have been significant, and had a lot of times of kind of being in between, maybe like a vision and a dream. So, you know, things like that seem significant, I'll share with you guys. But anyway, I know I've rambled long enough. I will talk to you guys next time. God bless. Bye.